Hi guys, today is Thursday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. Thanks so much for stopping in today, guys. All right, so today we are going to be talking about how to create the perfect family room, that little hangout space for you and your family to feel comfortable and free in your home. All right, and so as we go through the tips that I want to share with you today, guys, please note that I understand that everything that I say here is going to be subjective. I am not in any way, shape, or form implying that anything that I say here today is the absolute gospel. All right, my objective today is to hopefully have you guys take something away from what I share here today that you will be able to incorporate into your home. For those of you who have been actual members here on the channel for a long time, and I do appreciate it, you guys will recall that this is Eric and I's third home that we have purchased. All right, this is our third home, and so I feel that I have a little bit of experience here in this area in that I have actually decorated, created, put together, you know, 3 homes, you know, 3 different family rooms, if you will. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we want to do is decide on the style. What is your style? I am not in a position to tell you what your style is. That is a very personal thing. I will, however, suggest as you are trying to come up with the look that you feel is going to work for you on a personal level, is to gather up magazines, you know, your Better Homes and Gardens, your Southern Livings. If you're local here in Atlanta, we have the Atlanta magazine, Jezebel. Up here at Phipps, outside of certain stores, you can find little magazines that showcase different designers, different homes here in the Atlanta area. I love picking up magazines like those when I am trying to reinvent a space, or in the case of this video, create a space, create that family room. You can create what I guess some would liken to a vision board, but a vision board specifically for a certain room in your home. Today, the case being your family room. I love the fact that you can create a vision board on whatever scale you want. You know, when people typically create vision boards, sometimes they will do a whole wall, they'll use a cork board, they'll use a, you know, a large size poster. However, in this particular case, I suggest doing a vision board about the size of your favorite purse, the purse that you tend to carry when you are out shopping, so that you can grab that little vision board that holds all of the clippings from the magazines that you cut out, and you can take it with you to the store. So let's say, for example, you're going to Z Gallery, Restoration Hardware, everyone's favorite home goods, and typically you just go without your vision board, for example, and you get in there and you'll say, you know, oh my gosh, what did I say I needed to put in that corner, or what would look great in that corner of the family room? Having your vision board on your person now takes a lot of the guesswork out, because you just pull out your little handy travel size vision board, and it gives you a sense of, you know, a point of reference. You're able to kind of relate back or refer back to your vision board. And in doing that, creating the vision board, also, guys, you kind of come up with a sense of what you actually like. You know, I think now we are getting away from, I guess, putting a sort of blanket name on a person's style. You know, back in the day, it used to be, you know, I'm just traditional, you know, I love the Parisian look, I love the more eclectic look, the farmhouse look that we are thankfully trying to get away from here. But nowadays, I think it's just when we are coming up with looks or themes for our homes, it's like a mishmash, a great mishmash of just different looks and ideas. But again, creating that vision board is a way of, I think, getting us all off to a great start if we are needing help in this area. And then being able to, the fact that we're able to now travel with our vision board really helps to take a lot of the guesswork out of shopping for our home decor. Next, guys, we want to make sure that we create a space that is family friendly. This is, after all, the family room. So we want to make sure we are creating a space that is family friendly. You know, if a lot of you entertain, you want to make sure you have a space that is going to be able to seat, you know, all or most of your guests. I think the worst thing to do is have people over to your home and then you have to go to the garage or to the basement and dust off a chair and bring it upstairs, you know, a folding chair. So now I do understand when you're having big functions, you know, there will be times when you do have to go and grab a chair. However, if you are a planner, then you have, you know, kind of allotted chairs for everyone, so you want to keep that in mind also. But I just think the worst thing, well, one of the worst things that you can do when you're going over to someone's house is, you know, you get there, they knew you were coming, but they don't have enough seats for everybody, so you get the dusty chair with the paint and cobwebs all over it. So you want to make sure when you are designing your space, your family room, that you are allotting enough area for furniture that will accommodate all of your family and friends. Also, right along those lines, if you have younger children in your family, you want to make sure as you choose your seating that you are choosing seating that has fabric that you can kind of easily wipe down, or fabric that can, you know, be cleaned without having to disrupt the integrity of the furniture. You know, some of our textures on the furniture, you can't put water on them. You can't really, you know, rub on them too hard. So those are fabrics that you really would probably want to stay away from if you have younger kids. All right, guys, so next up, we want to make sure we are taking into account the lighting in that family room that we are trying to make more family friendly. We are very fortunate here in our home that we have 4 very large, almost ceiling to floor windows here in our family room. I love them. To me, when I walk into a person's home and it's the rooms are bright and just light and airy, I just love it. It says welcome. All right, you guys know that I said I was going to start transferring out quite a few actually of my faux plants. I will keep some because I do feel that the faux plants do play a role in the home. They are able to come in and also brighten up a space that you necessarily wouldn't be able to have a live plant survive. So I won't be getting rid of all of my faux plants, but I do love the fact now that I am actually incorporating quite a few live plants. And so with your live plants, you are going to need a lot of light. You know, your indoor plants do need light. And so if you are having, if you have the opportunity to have really nice windows in your home, I would suggest, guys, staying away from really dark, really heavy window treatments. I have said this ad nauseum, but I just think open windows, large airy windows are a feature in the home that should also be exploited. You know, our windows, I feel, or liken them to a piece of art. You know, you wouldn't buy a nice piece of art and then cover it with a sheet, or, you know, in the case of a window, a curtain. Let your, if you have nice windows, allow them to stand on their own. All right, and so right along with letting in that light, you want to make sure when you are going out and purchasing items for your family room that you also take into account your lamps. And when you're going out and you're purchasing said lamps, you want to make sure that they are to scale. If you have large pieces of furniture, if your sofas are going to be large, you want to make sure that you purchase lamps that are going to be to scale. All right, the worst thing that you can see, guys, is a really beautiful large sofa and then a teeny tiny lamp. So here again, said all that to say, lighting is key in your family room. It really makes the space inviting, really bright. You know, we're in winter now, it's getting darker a lot sooner. So when we have our family in the family room, we want to be able to flick those lights on and just still have it be a really bright, happy happy, cheery space, even though it is pitch black outside. We've decided on a theme or a design for our space. We have made sure the space is family friendly. We have our lighting all together. So now, guys, what we want to do is make sure the space has a focal point. What is going to be that area of interest when guests, family, friends come over? What's gonna wow them? All right, and so for us, what it has been here, hands down here in our family room, we actually have two: the fireplace, the stone fireplace behind me, and the coffered ceilings above. People just go nuts over them, all right? They love the technical detail of the coffered ceilings, and then just the natural richness of the stone fireplace is also just something that people just really love and warm up to, especially on the cozy winter nights when we have the fireplace lit. So what is going to be that focal point in your home? You know, every home isn't already built in with a fireplace. I will say right now, Lowe's and Home Depot, if you are wanting a fireplace but you don't already have one built in, guys, you can go right now to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a faux fireplace for under $300, and they look fabulous. Eric and I were actually looking at a couple a few nights ago. So if you want to do that, that is great. Coffered ceilings, they can be a bit expensive if you're going to do them after the home is built, but locate you a carpenter. They can do it for, a small, maybe large fee. But, it doesn't have to be something that is already built into the infrastructure of the home. Your focal point can be a really nice table. Your focal point can be a gorgeous rug, or even your sofas, all right? But you want to get something in that space that people are going to it's just going to be on their lips the entire time they are in the home. And finally, guys, storage. As we create our family rooms, I think it's just optimal if we can allot somewhere in that space to have storage. If you, again, have younger kids, you have pets, having built-ins or some type of cabinet space in the family room is great for tucking away those toys and little bones that your kids and your pets, obviously it's their home, they play and use that space, of course, that's okay. But when you have guests on the way over at, just a few moments notice, it's great to have somewhere to stash those items. I know in our very first home, we actually had built-ins, but we also had a table that doubled as storage. It was a really gorgeous, large wooden trunk. And I think, what did we get rid of? I think we gave it to Goodwill when we moved to our second place, but it was great. Chase was a baby at the time, so it was just great for us to store some of his toys in, all right? So also, if you're entertaining, that storage space is going to be great for storing little wine accessories. It's going to be great for storing little extra pillows. Pillows can double as seating in a home where you don't have a really, really large family room. However, you still like to entertain, so you can store your pillows in there that, like I said, can double as seating, and you can also store blankets in there. Back in the day, we used to listen to CDs and things like that. It's a great place to store your music, to store books, things that you don't necessarily want to have on display all of the time, but they are great to have when you are entertaining. So keep in mind your storage when you are putting together your family room. That is it, guys. Those are my 5 tips for creating what I think is going to be the perfect family room. Like I said, this is our 3rd home. Those tips have worked for me time and time and time again. All right, let me know if you guys already use any of these tips. Let me know if there are some things that I've left off of my list of 5. All right, love chatting with you guys down in the comments. And with that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.